Hi, I'm Chris Ryan, and I'm here to do a course reflection on my Intro to Digital Humanities course that I took in my fall semester of 2013. I believe that this course was a very good introductory course into the digital humanities field here at MSU, just because it gives you a very broad overview of everything digital humanities and what it can entail, the overall space of the internet and media, and everything involved in that concept. I believe that this course helped me prepare into taking further courses for the digital humanities specialization because it kind of gave a very, as I said, a broad approach, so then now I can concentrate on the individual topics within the overall sphere of knowledge. One topic that we discussed in class that I found kind of interesting and kind of has lingered with me over time is the fact, or the concept of being digitally literate. I often just considered people who were unable to use technology efficiently or effectively to just kind of just be like, oh, they're an older citizen, they just don't get it yet, it's a hard technology. But through this course, I've kind of understood that, I guess they didn't grow up with it. I'm just lucky to have had this technology throughout my life, and it's something I really take for granted. And I just when my mom can't figure out how to do something simple like change the background on her computer, or she doesn't know how to find something on Google appropriately, I'm just like, oh, Mom, you're kind of dumb with the computer, when in all actuality, she's doing pretty well based on the fact that she did not have that until she was in her 20s-ish. I don't know how old my mom is. From that point, I think that really helped me understand exactly what digital humanities is, and that's basically anything in the new age that wasn't available to previous generations that's on digital platforms such as video, audio, the internet, computers. I think when I thought of digital humanities in the past, just because of my previous experience, I didn't think of the grand scheme of things. I rather just thought of what I do best, which is videos, or social media. I didn't think of it as the large-scale thing, thinking of everything media, which I guess will help me in my career pursuit. And one aspect of this class that really touched upon that is the whole transmedia node exercise that we did, in which we followed media throughout multiple platforms. And I haven't really thought about digital adaptations or movies being made after books in this way of transmedia as a new platform. I just thought of oh cool, Harry Potter's a movie now. It's cool now that we have other forms in which we can portray a story. For example, one that we touched upon in class, I think it's interesting now that throughout the internet and media, we have an opportunity to pursue Harry Potter through a deeper realm. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and J.K. Rowling was able to build the social networking site Pottermore to give further details on the Harry Potter story and exclusive extras that wouldn't have been available if it were not for the transmedia into the internet and the new platform that it was created. Another course objective of this class, and something that was highlighted on the syllabus, was that the fact that we were supposed to learn new tools throughout the digital platforms to help us create content. Though I do believe that I am more advanced than the typical college student in the form of content creation in media platforms, just because I have been creating video, audio files for many years now. I've been developing my own websites and graphics. However, I do believe that I did learn better techniques on some platforms to pursue further content creation. For example, I learned how to use Illustrator. I had never used Illustrator before. During the news map, in which I highlighted Marissa Mayer's career throughout Google software engineer to Google exec to Yahoo exec, just because I was really interested in that topic. So I learned about that new software, which I realized is just one software, but it really opened the door for me to use further higher levels of editing software, because I have always been not good at picture editing, and that's kind of been my downfall in my creation of websites. Is I've always had to use paint.net, which is a very, very basic, slight advance from Paint. So it's really embarrassing. So I think that kind of helped open the doors for me to learn more about picture editing. Also, even though I did not learn specifically more functions on digital tools because I am relatively knowledgeable, I think I learned about different spaces on MSU that could help me pursue more knowledge. For example, the Creativity Exploratory, which I think is great, and I did apply to that job, and I sent in my resume, cover letter, and I made a video and everything for it. And I talked with some of the people today, actually, because I stayed after class and went and talked with them. Today being the last day of class, Thursday. And I think that space is really interesting. They have a lot of expensive softwares on the iMacs up there that I can't afford, such as Final Cut Pro, which I've been wanting to use for video editing for the longest time, but just simply can't afford it. So I think that this class helps open the door for me to learn more softwares. I'm looking forward to eventually teaching myself how to use Photoshop, because I've been wanting to know Photoshop for forever. InDesign, because my siblings have used InDesign, and I want to know how to use it because it's a good skill. I really want to learn Final Cut Pro and After Effects and whatnot, so I think that this class, even though this class itself didn't help teach me all the tools, the softwares, the functionalities, it opened the doors to further pursuit. However, I do think that this class helped me refine my content creation skills. Even though I have been doing content creation for many years, I usually approach it at a comedic standpoint, or I don't want to say immature, but a young standpoint, whereas this class helped me pursue content creation more from a professional standpoint and something that I would do maybe, say, for a client. Yes, some of the content creation that we did do in this class was goofy, it was funny, like the PSA in which we created, and I would not pitch that to a client. I think some of the techniques in which I had to use for different things, such as for the Transmedia Node website, I had to design in more of a professional manner, or in the news map, that was more of a professional layout of a graphic. It was just a different style that I don't typically think of, which I think will help me when I have to create content for future classes, just because I understand it from more of an academic, professional standpoint. Overall, I do believe that this course was very beneficial to myself and to my fellow classmates. Everyone I've talked to in the class has really seemed like this class had a very positive impact on themselves and their learning techniques, and everyone really enjoyed it. And I think that we met all of our course objectives, because for an introductory class, we did touch upon the spaces of media. We did touch upon content creation tools. We had fun creating content. And within a short time period, I think we definitely approached that in the right manner and did as much as we could. And I know personally I really enjoyed the fact that this class was project-based rather than paper-based. For example, me making a video right now instead of writing a paper. I personally think that I am able to present myself in a video and say a lot more in a however long this video is going to be than in a 3-page paper, and yet I enjoy doing this 100 times more. A 3-page paper would take me a long time and a lot of unnecessary stress, when I could accomplish something just as effective, if not more effective, on a media, I guess you could call this a digital humanities project. I think this is a lot more effective, and I believe the grading system and the project-based aspect is very appreciated by myself and by my fellow classmates. The last thing I want to touch upon in this video is how this class will help shape my future in professionalism, school, and whatnot, and just how it'll affect me in a positive manner. One aspect that I believe this class really helped me with was connecting me to the CE. I did know about the CE in the past just because I found it through some random Google searches, but I didn't know where it was because I didn't know where Linton Hall was, because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere on campus. But so this class really helped me connect the dots in between the two, which I think is a really great resource for someone who is so content driven and so content oriented. It's a really good resource on campus, and I could pursue a job there. I could be working there next semester, which would be great, because I really want a job that I enjoy, and this could definitely be one. Also, just because I think it did help me refine some of my content creation skills, some of my presentation skills, public speaking, all of the above. I think that this will help me in overall job search, because I do plan to pursue rather than my degree of marketing as like an analytical number cruncher, sales guy. That's not me, it never has been, but I rather want to pursue it through a digital media realm, whereas I do social media marketing, digital media creation for companies. That's what I want to do with my career, and I think that this class is a good stepping stone to pursue further knowledge in these fields that will help benefit my career. So overall, I guess I just want to say thank you for teaching this course. It was a lot of fun. It was my favorite course of the semester by far, and it helped keep me sane because even though, yes, we did have a lot of project-based work, which was fun to do, it wasn't too stressful, and it was manageable within the time limits that we could enjoy ourselves, still work hard, but enjoy ourselves in the class, and I believe that was really appreciated by myself and the fellow classmates. So thanks again for teaching this course, and you never know, I might have one of your courses in the future. And so thanks again. Signing out. Bye.